Hey, Ashley, thanks. Appreciate you being here. Let me get this thumbnail up, though. Should be up, right? You live? Did I go live? I went live. Gotta give it a second, I guess. Okay. What's going on, guys? We're back. Yeah, we're doing this. I was going to do this just like in a separate video, but screw it, man. We're out here. You know what I mean? We are out here. I don't see my thing now. I got to do this. Okay, so this live is going to be about, I wanted to break down the breakup video again and just kind of like apply all of our knowledge that we know now to the situation with you guys. Yeah, we're doing the second one. Let's go. I wasn't gonna do it, but you know, people wanted me to full send, so we're gonna full send it. I need to get the thumbnail though first. I like to always throw those thumbnails up, you know. I will change the thumbnails later down to the last because I don't like them. I like the way we've been doing them. Okay, it should be good. All right, so we're just gonna pop this off and get started.
I get over.
Oh, let me hang on. Oh. There we go. Caught up. All right, let's do this.
Overwhelmed so easily, my anxiety creeps inside of me.
Okay. I always thought it was super weird that Kira's energy here, that she was just skipping around laughing, right? Just like in the midst of all this. And then she claimed it being like that she was sad during this time. She couldn't get out of bed, but was singing like this. Bro, you were excited. Chill out. You know what I mean? Come on.
I'm feeling it too, dude.
Are you gonna cry?
No.
Are you gonna cry?
That also was super weird because, like, why are you asking him if he's going to cry? Why? Like, I never understood why she thought the singing and then asking if he's going to cry was like appropriate at all.
No.
I might. I'm just kidding.
Oh, we know you're kidding. We know you're kidding because you're laughing and singing. So.
All right.
I'll do it. I got this. I got it. It's fine.
This is like the fourth thing that's weird. Like, she's just like, oh, I got it. It's fine. Not a big deal. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You might be suffering and depressed, but I'm not. That's the energy I got. Oscar's so dead inside. I know he really was. He just like, he was out of it. Remember when Kira was in school for English to become a teacher? I don't know if it was just in my head, but I remember that, and she never talked about it ever again. I actually don't remember that. I think somebody mentioned that before in my comment section, but yeah. She probably never mentioned it again because she probably like dropped out. The people, like, these people don't know like what hard work is or have any ambition or work ethic or anything. They just exploit their children and want to coast. But those days are numbered, man. They really are.
So as many of you guys have noticed, we have gone some time without uploading. We kind of were uploading like a little here, like sprinkles of uploads.
They went like a couple weeks, 3 weeks or whatever without uploading at this time. But like the upload schedule, I think has been a little bit better lately, but they still, like, in between like these 6 months, still don't like that they were going weeks without uploading, even longer than they took away from the like breakup, you know. It's because there's no content to use. It's not the same. I feel like I do remember her being in the community college briefly. She acts as if it's Christmas morning, at least pretend to be a little sad, right? Well, she said she was really sad that she couldn't get out of bed, but here she's just laughing. She's just giddy.
In the beginning of December, and then we kind of stopped and haven't posted since. A lot of things have been going on in our life. I mean, we all have been sick forever.
That was the one thing, is that she claimed to be like all sad and in bed and whatever, but she was just sick. And then she was trying to start an OnlyFans at that same point in time, and then posting thirst traps on Instagram. They upload like every 3-4 weeks now. I know, that's what I'm saying. And that's even on their own personal channels too sometimes.
On and off, it feels like. And then personal things, family things, and obviously what we are telling you now.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's...
Yeah. It's hard to get on camera and act like nothing is going on in the back. But
side note, they did that this entire time, or at least, I mean, they both did it, but if we're just talking about Kira here, like she said that there was like a whole year where she didn't like, where when she was thinking about leaving Oscar or changing her mind on Oscar or whatever. So she says she wants to, you can't just hop on camera and pretend like nothing's going on, but this entire time things have been wrong, you know, they just never talked about it. So yeah, you can. You guys literally did it. Literally.
at the same time, it's also hard to get on camera and say anything, because what if we end up being fine and then like we just shared all that and then it just seems rocky? And
okay, she says that, but like when they get to the point where they talk about like where Oscar brought it up while they were on vacation when they wanted to break up or whatever, there was no trying to work things out. It was just done and over with. So she says that, but she also says that the first thing she wanted to do was hop on and announce their breakup. So
trashy.
Come on.
So it's just hard
trashy.
to know in that situation from a content point of view what to do. And so we made the decision just to kind of not do anything.
They'll exploit their children, cutting their feet with, you know, glass, but don't want to talk about the breakup.
Actually, I tried a lot to vlog, but it was just we were going through a lot of emotions and a lot of sad, at least I was going through a lot of sad emotions. So.
See, right there was weird because he's like, at least I was. They say that a lot. Whenever they're talking about like their own perspective, they're like, oh, well, at least I was going through a lot of emotions. I'm like, Kira should be going through a lot of emotions too. Like he should know this, but apparently she wasn't. Have you seen her Instagram story? Yeah, I did. This is a second live. I actually have another live I just did, but I decided to hop on and do another one real quick. Real quick. We'll see how long this one takes.
So,
a lot of you guys did notice he was vlogging and I wasn't. At that time though, I was really sick.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really that bad between us at that point when you
for me,
were just vlogging.
I was going through it.
See right there. She goes, it wasn't that bad for us at that point. And he's like, for him it was. Well, obviously they weren't talking. If they're not talking and not communicating, then it was bad if you guys can't even like stay on the same page.
At that point, like I saw it coming early because I just saw the switch. So for me, I was going through it, but I was still in the denial phase. Like, no, this can't be happening.
Yeah,
can't be happening. But
he says that, but then saw like little signs in between the time.
Sadly, it is, and it happened, you guys. I'm laughing because it's awkward, and we're here. Yeah, and we're here. So, I finally accepted it, which is why I'm actually even able to laugh about it. It feels.
I'm just saying. Also, this is only, I think, maybe at this point in time, it wasn't even 2 weeks. Let's just give it 2 weeks. So it's weird that he's already over it in a 7-year relationship, over it in 2 weeks. But to be fair, in less than 2 weeks, he was getting coached by Kira to try to sleep with strippers or something. I don't know. Weird.
Nice.
We actually tried to make this video before, but it was very rough.
Yes.
It was too fresh.
Yeah, way too fresh, and I still was not fully accepting it. And but I'm better now. So yeah, Kira broke up with me. So
Does
crazy.
it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Yeah, because I tried my ass off.
I never, like, I don't understand what she meant by, do you feel better that it's not you? Like, not, like, you weren't the one to break up with her? Like, is that what she meant?
Off to make it work in the end, and
but that's the
give it all
thing,
in,
guys.
yeah.
If you're listening, in the end, doesn't always work anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't want to also make it seem
They never even tried.
like the thing is, okay, not that we need to get into this, but Oscar and I have been together for a very long time. We started our relationship as best friends, and I'm only giving you my point of view, not yours. But
She talks over him most of this video and then it's just like squishes and steps on his point of view.
you know, we've been best friends for so long, and I would say we genuinely have stayed best friends the whole time.
Best friends, but never communicate with each other, or not on the same page, or can't stand to be in the same room. Like, well, there's a list of things that say you guys are not best friends. Like, it goes against you, like for real.
And it got to a point in my mind where I felt like, are we just best friends? Like, I feel like that's what we are. Is there
So she says she got to the point to like, are we just best friends? But then later on states that she was, like, bottling everything up for like a year because of things he was doing. It doesn't make sense. And then in the Q&A, like after this one, she like states something completely different, that Oscar's just fine and she just wanted to find herself or whatever.
more to it than that, you know? And there has been more to it than that, but at this point in our lives, I don't feel like there is more to it than that. And nothing happened that's like crazy and dramatic. Nobody like cheated, nobody like.
So this is where she like told on herself without telling on herself, because this was one of those like unnecessary details, like sort of things. Because like, why did she say that? You know, that was the first thing she said. Initially, like when this was going down, no, like at least like for me and Paige, like we weren't thinking like cheating. You know what I mean? Like we didn't think, oh, she cheated on Oscar. We actually didn't think that. We just thought she broke it off, right? We didn't think anything. Our minds didn't go to cheating, but she brings that up like the first thing. She could have just said nothing crazy happened and ended at that, but she said cheating, an unnecessary detail. These people, they'll leave little things and they'll tell themselves without even knowing it. And that's what I think she just did right here, especially with what she, happens next.
Feelings were hurt though. You did some things that hurt my feelings, but I found out later on, like a month later, that it's because you were holding these feelings inside and kind of resenting me.
But
Okay, so he's talking about Kira cuddling up to another dude, right? That hurt his feelings. But he says he found out a month later, right? A month later that this is why she was doing this. And he says that it's because of resentment towards him. That's what Oscar just said. For one, why did it take you an entire month to know why she was cuddling up to another dude? Like, you should have known right away or talked about it or whatever. It took him an entire month to find out. But let's keep in mind of what he just said, that it was based towards like resentment, Agreed. She told herself this is a common thing that happens when people are lying. They tell themselves exactly. And they just mislip everything. And they tell themselves without knowing it. It's funny. Chris Watts did the same thing when he annihilated his family. He spoke in the past tense. He goes, Bella was, my daughter was, like, it wasn't even confirmed that his daughters, that he did anything to his daughters or his daughters were murdered or anything like that. No, he said these things because he already knew that his daughters were, and horrible example, by the way, but it's just like a prime example. It's a horrible situation. But let's get back on track here.
Can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown.
That's also another thing too. She wants him to clarify that it wasn't cheating, like immediately off the gate, and then she also like shuts him down.
Cheating, but it was definitely lines
Oscar,
that we
not
shouldn't have
keeping
crossed.
that.
All right, fine.
And then there's this where she didn't want to keep in that Oscar said that his feelings were hurt, and he said it was sort of kind of cheating, which is funny because I'm like, that Oscar had this video, which I'm assuming he did because it was left in, and I think he left it in on purpose. And I wonder how much grief he got for that offline, keeping that in. I don't know. So in this video, he still doesn't know about Kira and Preston. No, like, I don't know when Kira and Preston happened. We can only like speculate, obviously, but from my knowledge, the guy she cuddled up to was not Preston. So I think Preston came later, but still, like, still. Liars offer more information than is needed because they are worried they will get caught in a lie, so they provide info to cover it when not needed. Exactly. It's like over-explaining. You know what I mean? They'll over-explain things. Cheating by whose standards? Well, see, that's the point too, is that Kira might not consider cuddling up to somebody cheating, right? She doesn't consider that cheating. But this is somebody who's okay with sleeping with other people's partners. And this isn't even about Hannah or Preston. This is about, like, in their How We Met video, where she literally says that she was trying to sleep with Oscar when he was involved with another girl. So this isn't anything abnormal for Kira. You know what I mean? But she's saying that that's not cheating. But she's dictating what she believes is cheating, not Oscar. Oscar could believe that's cheating. Like, that's the thing. If my wife kissed another dude, I would consider that cheating. But if I kissed another girl, she might not. She would. I'm just saying that she might have different standards of what cheating is and be like, well, I don't really care about that, you know? But we obviously both agree that kissing other partners is cheating, or other people is cheating. But that's not the point. Just saying that other people have different versions of what cheating is. Cheating is very subjective, like what you believe is cheating, you know? Now, obviously, there are like definitely some lines where you don't cross, where like that define cheating. But obviously, some people are like, oh, I don't care that you did this with this person because I don't consider this cheating. But she's dictating to Oscar what cheating is.
What about that situation bothers you?
It's not that.
I didn't really get this part. What situation where you confronted her about cheating? Like, I don't know. Weird.
That situation, I just feel like once we sit here and start naming like specific things, like, do we want to talk about when I had mental health issues? You were not there for me. Like, we don't need to like dig into all.
Okay, I'm not laughing at the mental health part. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that she goes off on this whole thing about how we shouldn't list off anything, and then she just starts listing off things he did. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't really do anything. He's just expressing himself. He should be able to do that. And this is one of the reasons why she got so much backlash, was because she wouldn't let him speak, and she was talking over him, and she was invalidating what he was saying. Just joined. It's been 6 months. While time flies. I know, right? 6 months. Yeah. And a lot has happened in between then. Usually the cheater always wants to define the term. Of course they do. No, they do. You're right. They do 100%. Because they won't go, well, I don't consider this cheating, so it's not cheating. But it's like, it's not up to you, man. It's not up to you. Kira always has justifications for her actions, regardless of how others perceive them. Their actions are never wrong, and her never. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. And I do think something like this, it's sad that it took this, but I wish I was better for you back then. Just I didn't know better. I didn't understand these things. Like,
okay, so I got 2 points to make on this, like, mental health stuff. For one, it's really hard to help people who are in those sort of states, because it's something just really messes with their head, and so like it's really hard for other people to understand. So I get that, what Oscar's saying, but also Kira also was gaslighting Oscar and manipulating him to believe that everything was okay, because she was telling him that they weren't communicating, and she was posting things about how they were living this great life. So how is he supposed to know any better? You know, I can't blame him for that one. Now I can go, you should be able to pick things up, you know, on this person you've been with 7 years. Like, I know immediately when Paige is upset. I know immediately. Because I know her facial expressions and her body language and everything. And it's the same for me, you know? She knows when I'm upset. Because I get like real quiet and I don't say anything. Sometimes it's a little confusing because sometimes I just do it anyways. But still, like, she knows when I'm upset. But so he should have been more attentive. but I can't blame him because Kira was telling him like otherwise, you know? At least Oscar wants to learn and grow from his mistakes, or at least take ownership of his flaws. That is the difference between, you know, Oscar and Kira. Like, because Kira doesn't want to learn. She says she doesn't want to be wrong or be told that she's wrong.
I feel like I'm understanding them now, going through my own like sadness and hard points, you know?
Yeah, the hard sadness and the hard points he's going through is like the breakup, and Kira didn't like help with that at all. She was laughing in his face.
The thing is, it takes two in a relationship, and Oscar is not like, yes, there are things he has done to hurt me or made us drift apart or like all the things, right?
Yeah.
But so have I.
Right, they both have. They both done that because again, communication is so important in relationships, and they both did not communicate with each other. There is so much evidence on that on their channel that they do not communicate at all. So much, like piles of evidence. This breakup video is not the only video like this. They have plenty on their channel where they do the same garbage. I love how she called it fixing herself. Yeah. See, she wasn't okay when she was. Yeah. I think maybe that's what Kira wanted from Oscar. Maybe she wanted him to see, oh, what wasn't okay. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, is that I could see that she wanted Oscar to see it. But the problem is you can't say like, hey, you can't expect someone to see that there's something going on in your life or like in your head or whatever while you're staying silent. You know what I mean? If you have something wrong, you need to tell your partner, especially if they're not communicating with you and you have a problem with that. Like if you go like, hey, like I don't like that you're not paying attention to me, and like you should know that, you know, I'm upset or whatever, I'm not acting right, blah blah blah. But they didn't do that. Both of them didn't do that.
And I think the biggest thing is, I do know this is where for me I knew that it wasn't something I wanted to like hold on to anymore. I knew when I in my head was thinking of Oscar being happy with somebody else and that made me happier, that's when I knew I didn't want to be with you anymore.
No. So Kira said that this is the reason why she knew she didn't want to be with Oscar, was because when she thought that Oscar would be happier with another girl or somebody else, that made her happy, thinking that he would be happy or whatever. But that's just simply not true. It's actually the other way around. She thought that being with somebody else, like those thoughts of being with somebody else, made her happy. You know, than the other way around. Because Oscar wasn't thinking about being with somebody else. He didn't know anything was going on, apparently. Just call it they were stagnant. She was the one unhappy in the relationship, at least by her words. And then she breaks up with him, and then she was rubbing up another guy beforehand, and then she's with Preston now. So, like, obviously this was her. Oscar's not even with anybody. Has he, you know, maybe messed around with Karinikoff? Sure. But, like, look at the pacing. You know what I mean? DCP definitely makes it out that Kira is fully to fault, which, as Kira says, it takes two to make a relationship work. Oscar has his faults, maybe more than Kira, but we just want to know the full story. Exactly. And here's the thing, is that I've always been critical of Oscar and Kira, both of them. Do I think Kira was more wrong in this like breakup situation? Absolutely, just because of like everything, the way she handled it. But when you look at like the relationship as a whole, both of them were at fault because they don't communicate. You know what I mean? And they're both to blame for the relationship breaking up. Should Kira get more grief because of like how everything transpired with the breakup? Sure, but because of everything she said and done, if she just broke it off with Oscar and didn't do all the shitty stuff, people wouldn't care as much. You know what I mean? Especially with all the crazy details. Like this video that I'm breaking down right now shouldn't exist online. Am I making a video on it? Yes, you're damn right. We're breaking it down. But this video should have never happened. And they should have maybe just posted a little shorter video saying that they broke up at any time and they take a month off or whatever to figure things out, and they come back and they try to figure things out as co-parents. That's not what they did, though. They tried to capitalize on the breakup. They tried to rush things, and they tried to make sure they can keep making money on OKbaby and as a family, and it just fell back in their face. They threw things against the wall to see what stuck, and it completely failed. Oscar and Kira had a toxic relationship from the beginning. Absolutely. And like I said, there is so much evidence on their channel of that. If I know I am defending Kira, I'm just saying we won't know the full story unless one of them revealed the full story in detail. Well, I mean, to be fair, we do kind of know a lot because if you actually go back to, like I said, a lot of their relationship stuff and whatever on their channel, sorry, brain fart. But on their channel, like there's a lot of stuff that they do talk about and they do go into detail. And even in this breakup, they talk about some things that go into detail. So like we do know stuff. I'm just saying, like, I'm not blaming Kira for breaking up with Oscar. In fact, I understand why. I understand why he didn't want to be with her, and I understand why Kira didn't want to be with him. They're both toxic as hell in their own ways. But it's just the way how Kira handled it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just super weird. She should have just broke it off with Oscar. Went on her way and be with another dude. And her, then you know what? She'd be able to vlog her dude right now if that was the case. Although, not Preston, you know.
Because if you were in love with somebody like that, because I do love him and I will love him for the rest of my life. I mean, not just because he's the father of my kids. Like, I genuinely get along with Oscar. We have so much fun together, like all of that. But
later on, I can't even remember if it's in this one or the next one, which is the Q&A. She literally says that they don't get along and they don't share any of the same hobbies. So this is the problem, is that Kira's just throwing about a bunch of nonsense.
When I think of you with somebody else and that's what I want for you, I don't think you're in love with that person.
Really?
Applies to her, not Oscar. See, he didn't even know. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. Like, Kira is speaking of herself, but she's pretending it's Oscar who feels this way. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Don't you think?
I don't know. I've never heard that side, so it's a lot to take in right now. But
Yeah, he never heard it because they don't talk. This is like the first time they're talking about it. Why are they talking about it for the first time on the video and not to each other? This is why the relationship was so toxic and didn't work out.
I don't know. I guess so. Like, in a way, that's like even
Like,
more loving. In a weird way.
Like, I can't meet your adrenaline standards. I don't like the things that you like.
It's in this video. She just said they got along and did things together. And now she's saying how they don't get along and don't do things together. It's what we're talking about.
I don't want the same things that you want. I'm not interested in the same things that you are. And I want...
But, you know, they're best friends. They're best friends, everyone. But they don't do anything. They don't get along. Man.
I want you to have that. So why am I, like, selfishly hanging on?
Well, for one, you have kids together. So even if you don't get along and don't do anything, you have kids together. So it's like, for the sake of the children, you know? Okay, sorry, I had to mute myself for a second.
A million other reasons. Like, guys, there's a lot. That's like the main point of this, is there's so many combined things. And it really was like a slow point getting up to here. It wasn't, that's what I mean by it wasn't like one thing.
So what triggered you to be so mean though this last month? Not that she was horrible. She was actually very nice to me during the like actual breakup process. But
yeah, so she was actually nice during the breakup process, but you know, during while we were together, she was just horrible and mean. Like, the reason why she was nice, bro, was because she was ending it with you. But during the breakup, or before you broke up, she was treating like dog crap. Like, what?
There was a phase where like I was trying my
Once
best.
I had decided that I didn't
They're gonna cut him off.
want to be with Oscar anymore, I couldn't tell him that because we were going on like these trips. We went to...
Yeah, don't, you know, tell Oscar that you couldn't be with him anymore. You got to go on all the trips first, right? And she just wanted to get her trips in before she broke it off.
Las Vegas.
By the way, she didn't tell him. Oscar brought it up, and she didn't have the balls.
And we were going on a family vacation with both of our families to Disneyland with our kids for Christmas. So I couldn't tell him because I didn't know how he was going to take it, and I didn't want that to like mess up what we were doing for our kids.
And
that must have been a horrible vacation then. You know what I mean? This is off topic, but I gotta say, when I first watched this video, I didn't like her hairstyle. Now I still wonder what she was thinking. I don't like it. It looks weird. Okay. I don't know. Did you see that clumps of hair have fallen out? I wonder if it's because the antidepressants, or it could be the stress. She literally begged for a proposal. He did this huge thing and then left him. She irritates me so much, right? I know. She begs for one, begs for a ring, and then when she gets it, she kicks him to the curb. They were supposed to get married soon, right? Like this year, I think, or next year or something. And then just begs for a ring, but then all of a sudden has a problem.
I felt the distance. I knew something was wrong. I was trying to
got
overcompensate
angry instead,
Yeah.
and which I shouldn't have done. Now looking back, I mean, it's hard to do these things. Like I don't have a perfect way, so I instead.
You were doing a lot to push me away, not like in a.
He said you were doing a lot to push me away, but not like in a mean way. He said she was horrible. She respected the breakup process, I guess.
Consciously, I really was like self-sabotaging almost, or like trying to get you to break up with me, so it wasn't me. I don't even know.
See, she didn't want to break up with him because she didn't want to feel the guilt. And then self-sabotaging, she was trying to do things in the relationship to get him to break up with her so that she didn't have to do it because she wanted out of the relationship. That's shady. That's shady. Sorry. What's up, Bearded Demon?
But like I was being mean because I was just angry. I also felt like I was lying to you, and that's not my personality. Like as soon as I decide something, you know that. Like I want to say it.
She says this, but she also said that for an entire year she was like bottling up her feelings and not saying anything to him. And again, it is her nature to like linger and to not say anything or tell the truth because she spent that year. But if you backtrack to all of their content, they literally don't even know each other. Like, and that's both of them. That's why she got the cats. Yeah, no, she did get the cat stuff for that. That's why I think, because for one, she has them. Oscar never attached to the cats. He didn't want the cats. They've had discussions about getting cats, and he didn't want them. He was mad. He didn't want them. He even threatened, I'll go skydiving again. You do this, which is, I think, was messed up because it's like, bro, like, calm down. It's a pair of cats. I get that he's allergic and she shouldn't have done that, but still, like, you have kids. But anyways, so Kira did like buy those cats behind his back, and he's allergic to cats. Because she was trying to sabotage the relationship, and she knew that's something he did not want, and so she pressed it, and it's really messed up. Which it is hilarious because in that same video she goes, you know, what do we say? You know, no matter what, you know, like we'll always be together or something like that. Like it's hilarious. I love watching the lives and getting everyone's opinions at the same time. I feel like I'm being talked to a bunch of different best friends all over the world. I'm in the UK. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's Taylor again. I know that's what I love about these lives too. We can all hear and chat and give our perspectives. That's why, like, I thought about doing this in a regular video, but I was like, I really want to do this in a stream because we can all kind of just talk about it, you know? And that's what I want to do. She wasn't trying to self-sabotage. She was just done thinking about his issues and needs, and uses that, and he wanted to break up with her or sabotage. Yeah, no, I could see that.
I'm gonna tell you, I can't just like keep it in my head. And so the second that I was able to tell you, which I actually wanted to even wait longer until we were back home from our vacation, but I told him on vacation at Disneyland.
Again, she acts like she's the one that initiated, but he actually asked her. She didn't have the balls.
After Christmas.
Dude, that I'm laughing now.
What a horrible thing to do, to wait until then. Like, you should have just told him prior, because you still could have went on vacation. Like, you could have broken off and done it peacefully and then went on vacation, or not go on vacation. It just doesn't sound like a good thing, like, for sure.
But like I said, I saw it coming, and I feel like.
But wasn't I so much better once I told you?
Yeah, we finally were like friends again. It was kind of nice.
And honestly.
Yeah, Kira was much better because she wasn't festering this hate of being with you. And then she's just like, yeah, now we're broken up. Now that I'm free from your clutches, we're good, buddy. Like, that's literally what she'd say.
Ever since we have been. I mean, there's been like ebbs and flows of emotions.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I think it's crazy though. I mean, for me. It felt like forever because this is been happening since like late November. So for me, it's felt like forever. But in the grand scheme of things, this all happened fast, and it's kind of crazy. Like,
yeah, it literally was like overnight because the month prior she uploaded a TikTok saying that she's living the life that her younger self always wanted to live, and it was like a TikTok, and it was like, "Don't screw it up." And then what does she do? She's like deliberately trying to screw it up. She's truly something special. Her fourth child is literally a month younger than my son, and to think that little girl isn't even 2 years old is absolutely selfish. And they have 4. Yeah. Didn't they break up in December? That was a month of engagement anniversary, and she still broke up with him. Yeah. So I gotta read. Didn't they break up in December? That was the month of their engagement anniversary. Oh yeah. Sorry, just had to click again. But yeah, there you go too, right? So she did around Christmas, engagement anniversary, on vacation. She had the triple whammy, bro. She wasn't waiting to just like in a respectful way. She was waiting because she wanted to be like, bro, it's our anniversary, it's Christmas, and we're on vacation. I'm gonna mess you up, boy. She wanted to make it real nice, really evil.
I think a little bit this is where we differ. In my mind, things have been happening for like a year.
really?
Not like
See, again, that's where they don't talk. Like Kira could have talked to him. Like, why didn't she sit down with him and go like, "Hey, man, like you've been doing this sort of thing, and it's really bothering me. Like, we really need to work on it because I'm having issues with you, man." She didn't do that because she was done. She wanted out. It's been longer than a year too. It's been more like 3 at least from what I have collected.
not a year ago was I like I want to leave, but a year ago is when I was like, oh,
But we
I
just
hate
had
this.
Aura a
I'm
year
over
ago.
this. I know.
And you were done?
No, that's what I just said.
Oh yeah, but you were like, I hate this. I'm over this.
No, you're not listening.
I will say that Oscar, whenever Kira talks, Oscar does not listen. He just sits there and looks out into space. And he did that in the one Q&A they did, the last Q&A that they did, where they talk about like Oscar talked about moving to Florida or whatever, and they answer questions or whatever, and he did not retain or listen to Kira whatsoever. And I will say that is an annoying trait and definitely a guy trait, But still, though, she didn't sit down and talk to him about this, like saying, "Hey, having these issues with you, we need to fix them or there's going to be a problem." Nope. Instead, she just rather have the problem.
That is when I was like, oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that you get so angry all the time. I hate that you throw things. I hate that this. I hate this. And
So by the way, when she says, "I hate that you throw things and you're angry and blah blah blah," we don't know the grand scheme of that. Now we can go, okay, well that's messed up because nobody should live with like that sort of like abuse and be scared and blah blah blah. And she has said she's terrified of Oscar's reaction, but we don't actually know if she's like gaslighting that. I'm not saying she is or like trying to manipulate it. She could be or she couldn't be. Oscar could have these anger issues and throw stuff, but she also punches holes in doors. But the point is I've been around somebody like Kira. It's actually one of my ex-girlfriends. And I've seen her do things where she like emotionally manipulates people. I saw her do it with her ex-boyfriend. And she really messed the guy up, and he would do some weird stuff. And he would be angry and this and that. And it wasn't even his fault. It was just because she broke him mentally. Like she broke him. And I'm like, is that the same with Kira and Oscar, or does Oscar have anger issues? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
like slowly over time, or like we just aren't having fun together anymore. We just like little things slowly.
Hey, but I hadn't gotten
She says that, but they're best friends. They get along.
mad at all up until like late November when things were going downhill.
No, you get mad just because it's not to
You're right.
your anger extreme.
No, yeah, we
holes
fight.
and holes.
Everyone fights and argues. Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Say again, it's hard to tell if like Oscar's actually like an angry person who throws things and like punches holes and walls or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to tell if he's actually like genuinely like that, or unless Kira like mentally broke him. You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know. It's really hard to tell which one is in that. It's just like their one video where there was an accidental Instagram live where Kira's like screaming at Oscar that she hates him, she wants to hurt him, this and that. I'm like, are you faking it, or and is Oscar the bad guy, or is you know, or is Oscar just done and then you're the bad guy? I don't know. To be honest, I was like more on Kira's side on that one because it just sounded like Oscar was disregarding what she was saying. I don't know though. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. You know, when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she made it seem like that her ex-boyfriend was the bad guy, but she was the bad guy manipulating him. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. Unless we can see more, it's really hard to like actually know which one was like in the wrong in that sense. Yeah, rewatching stuff back after what we know makes things click so easily. Yeah, I know. You're just unhinged in general. Yeah, she is.
I did explode a few times, guys, and I've worked on it. I've actually gotten way better at it over the years.
He has gotten better at it, but this is like not the point. This is the thing about this video that I hate is it's like you did, I did. Like, yeah, we both did. That's why we're sitting here.
Yeah, that's why she's been listing off everything he's been doing, and then when he lists off something, she disregards it and doesn't want it in the video.
It's so hard because making this video, I want to sit here and just tell you guys, this is what's happening. I'm sad. I know you guys are going to be sad. I'm sorry that we haven't made a video about it.
She's not sad. Not at all. Their whole relationship felt real high school to me, but with 4 kids. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you go back to their How We Met video, which is what, 6-7 years ago, their men, like who they are, like as people, their maturity has not changed at all. Like it's not changed at all. I can see her throwing things, and we have seen her hit him when she is upset in the prank video. Oh yeah, and there was not just in a prank video, but there was another one where she like grabbed him aggressively and was like clawing his neck and then kissing him, and he like I don't know was like all submissive. I don't know. It was super weird. It switched up real quick.
About it for a minute, but. Also, all that's in the back of my mind is how will people take what I just said? How are people going to take what you just said? And that's so frustrating because I feel like I don't even want to make this video.
Yeah, and it makes it sound like we're fighting all the time, which we honestly
don't.
They're fighting all the time. And by the way, they're fighting all the time whenever they get near each other. Like they're fine right now just because they're broken up and they're going to monetize this. But they literally... like after this, they tried to live in the same house and vlog, and then they couldn't do it because they can't stand to be. They say they can't even be in the same room with each other. So maybe you guys aren't fighting every single day, but that's because you guys aren't in the same room every single day. They were just avoiding each other. But then when they don't avoid each other, they argue. It's like Karen Nicole. Oh, speaking of, I saw a Karen Nicole comment. Let me see. I think somebody, I can't even find it. I think someone said about Karen and Qual, like why they like if they stop talking OKbaby, is that what they said? It's because Kira's a crappy friend. That's just what it came down to.
Oh, yeah, no, it's in that again, like all the things I just said over the last year, that was not a daily thing. That was like a once a month type of thing, or like 2 times a month, and not even fighting, but just the like little things, you know, or like, oh, you want to do this and I'm not into that.
Yeah, just all.
Again, they just avoid each other. That's why they weren't arguing every day. Finally caught alive. Hey, what's up, Midwest Mama? Glad to have you in here.
All of everything you just said was like, I don't know, it happened sporadically throughout.
But I do think that late November things started getting really bad. We were fighting, and we were not able to even be in the same room at one point, you know?
So that means you were fighting a lot.
So yeah, towards the end it did get really bad. But I feel like, long story short, I do feel like we're in a really good place right now.
Yeah, that didn't last very long, huh? Hang on. Yeah, that good place that she felt like they were in wasn't a good place because it didn't last very long. They literally, like I said, she had to move out fairly quickly after this point. And they just, it seemed like they were having issues with, you know, when they were doing the 3 days on, 3 days off crap with the kids. Come on.
Still try. I mean, this is like,
we're figuring it out. Yeah.
We have a whole life together. We've been together for 7 years. It takes a minute to like know
what we're gonna do and stuff.
Well, maybe if you planned it prior, you know what I mean? Like instead of just like waiting, it would have been better to like just get the breakup over with and actually plan things like don't come back online right away, take a month, figure things out, and then come back later. But that's not what happened because they wanted to capitalize on their own breakup and make money off of it. I mean, fine, but still.
I hope. I think as long as we keep doing what we're doing, she's been extremely respectful of the breakup process. Nobody else, like I said, like she said, no one else has been involved.
Yeah, like she said.
Cheating, no nothing.
Yeah, see, like she said that there was no cheating, no nothing. But Oscar earlier said there was some sort of kind of cheating. But Kira says it wasn't cheating, so must be true, right? How many people think Kira was already with her new guy here? I definitely do, or at least maybe there was somebody, because she definitely was trying to, she was like, later on she says how she was trying to get Oscar to sleep with other women. So, or I mean, that could just be because she maybe have already done that, or it was just like maybe to hide her shame and guilt from, touching up on another dude. I don't know.
Currently, no one's dating, nothing. Like, we're both, just trying to like figure it out and just be as respectful as possible. And I think that's gonna help keep our friendship.
I think
there's no friendship.
The main goal that I think we both have this as a goal, because we keep talking about it every day, is like, Oscar was and has always been my best friend, and I hope it can remain that way. Even if right now it's gonna be a little rocky, but I hope that for
a little rocky. It was more than a little rocky. There were some huge speed bumps.
Us, my stomach is growling. I hope that for us, but I also hope that for our kids. But I feel like a lot of times, even you guys are like, well, the kids, and it's like outside of the kids, because that stuff I'm not worried about with you and I. I know we will be the best parents that we can be through this.
I don't think it's in the video, but it's the next one, where they kind of like openly admit that they haven't told their kids yet, and they're not going to, and then their kids like pop out like behind them in the hallway. I can't remember if it's in this one, maybe in the other one, but still, it's like, bro, you're not telling your kids that you broke up, but then here you are, talking about you guys breaking up. Like, just tell your kids. Who cares about the people online? This is off topic, but I'm curious to know where the drama started with DCP. I always thought the both of you guys would have been friends, but then I seen the videos and thought maybe not. Oh, well, DCP is a piece of crap. He claims that he, cares for children, but then, he DOX'd my full name online. And then not to mention, he just constantly slanders me, puts out all these like false information about me, spins the narrative. He's just a lying piece of crap. There was one point where I did message him about possibly doing the collab. He looked at my channel, never said anything. Maybe didn't like it, whatever. But to be honest, it doesn't make any sense. I think what happened was he noticed that I am somebody who can tell who a piece of crap narcissist is, and that's who he is. So he probably was like, I don't want to mess with this guy. So I make videos. But I wouldn't say the drama started with that. It's just that I pushed out some videos on him, calling him out like hardcore, like earlier this year, and he didn't like that. And then his mod sent me his address, and then I sent it to him, kind of like trolly, but I sent it to him privately. And he took it, manipulated it, and said I was trying to harm him and his family, which was a complete and utter lie. And then he pushed out my full name on this platform. So make it make sense, So the drama basically started with him. She wanted him to start moving on, so she could too. Exactly. You could have started as friends first to keep a friend, but no, believes that best friend crap here, right? Yeah. Best friend crap? No, not at all.
But between us, I also would like to keep things as like positive.
Yeah.
Man, I bet she wants the positivity, man. She was only negative for how long?
Yeah, positive.
Why did you look like that?
No, I'm just thinking. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about like the future too, like how it's gonna go, and just like
we're still gonna be like.
See, this is the thing too. It's like this is so like new that they don't even have their financials figured out. I'm not saying that they have to right away, but the fact that they're online talking about their breakup rather than, they're making money on it, so I guess it goes into financials, but rather than actually trying to figure out like who gets who or who gets what, and trying to figure out like the logistics of their life, because things are going to change quick, and I'm pretty sure they both went through some hell in between this time. But instead of focusing on that, they focused on monetization. Was she doing the sneaking link with Preston? Probably. New guy in this video. She is with a new guy. She has a pattern of being involved with someone before she fully breaks up with the previous. She does not know how to be to be single. Has to be with someone at all times, and someone else's partner too. You know. She's, like I said, this is not abnormal for Kira. She's well known for all this stuff. They really should have met with a counselor or divorce coach first before spewing this online. Agreed, 100%. You know, Kira talks about, oh, we maybe should put this online because, you know, we don't know if we can work things out, but then like literally does nothing to try to make it work out.
Vlogging and uploading on this channel together. We still are gonna live in the same house. We still are sharing finances.
Yeah.
Like,
we're gonna do taxes together. We're gonna keep our money together until we taxes and figure out like, all right, what direction do we go from there?
we're just like not rushing anything.
Yeah.
Just throwing things at the wall, see what sticks.
Trying not to. Yeah.
Things might even seem kind of normal for a while. I don't know. Maybe we'll be vlogging separately.
Oscar is like,
I literally like from the gate jumped off.
living in another room.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I just got back from vacation, so it's actually not that bad. It just feels like, all right, I'm continuing the vacation. But
Dude, Oscar is such a cuck boy. Like seriously, like he just said that he's sleeping in another room. And he's like, it's not that bad. You know, we've only been in a 7-year relationship and now we're broken up and the kids are in the house. But, you know, it's cool. It's rad, dude, because I just got back from vacation and it just feels like another vacation. Like, what? You know, like what? Makes no sense. So explain it to the whole internet before their own children. Kids are so much more sensitive to their surroundings than these two can realize. Yeah, no, exactly. Like they probably had to end up telling their kids because the kids probably overheard them from these videos. Like especially Levi.
Yeah.
And their oldest daughter.
That's what's
last night was his first night in the new room.
Yeah, downstairs.
Was it weird?
No, I don't know. Like I said, I've been waking up in new places the last like, what has it been, 3-4 weeks? Just trying to distract myself.
New places.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't dating.
No, I mean like at my mom's house or in Disneyland.
Can I tell you about the funniest conversation I had with you?
What?
Oh, here we go. This is where it gets good.
In Florida when we were on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess, whatever.
Oscar was, he went to a strip club, can I say that?
Yeah, I don't care.
The
She also encouraged him to do that, which was super weird.
night before, and then we were talking, and I was like, well, did you...
Why are they talking to each other after the breakup? Like, it's super weird. You know, he went off because she broke up with him and she wanted anything to do with him, and she's talking to him. Like, it's not like they're trying to work things out. And it's also weird that they're talking about a strip club and then sleep with other girls. Super weird.
Like, get a lap dance or anything. And he's like, no, I feel too awkward. So anyways,
I didn't go with them. I went with a group of friends.
Like, Kira rolled her eyes because it was, I think he actually went with, like, you know, he went with Karen or Kwa, I think. But also Corinna Koff. And I know that Kira says she hasn't had a problem with Corinna Koff, but like, I call BS.
Anyways, so Oscar went to the strip club, didn't get a lap dance, stupid. Didn't Venmo me just as much money as the stripper, stupid.
I barely threw anything, but sure.
It's really weird that Kira wants him to sleep with another girl right after they just broke up. You would think that would hurt you, right? Because you've been with the guy for 7 years. You say you were sad. Why are you trying to get him to sleep with other girls? That is, unless you have a little guilt going on inside you. That is the only thing that makes any sort of sense at all. She was talking to him after they broke up like that because she was controlling. Yeah, true. She wanted to know what he was doing. I hope the kids heard it from them and not their friends at school. Can you imagine? One of their kids' parents sees this and starts gossiping about it. Terrible. You never know, man. I mean, the internet blew up with this. There were so many people talking about this breakup. So many.
Tell them you barely didn't and how much it was. Okay. You sound like an idiot. Tell them.
I was trying to underplay.
Yeah.
So, really sus that Kira has so much excitement to talk about like the strippers and lap dances and whatnot.
Yeah.
What was It was.
Yeah.
It was only $200.
Only? What kind of money are you making? Not any, because you're not uploading. So
Guys,
$200 is a
Hey,
lot.
Can you blame him? You literally broke up with him, chick.
I just found out I was single, okay? I wanted to feel like a baller.
You didn't even get a lap dance, though. Okay, anyways, revert. Go back.
I just don't get it, man. Why would he Venmo her money from her joint account? I don't know. It was weird. Why would he have to Venmo you money? Like, did you give him money? I don't know. I didn't understand that part. That was like one of the biggest things I didn't understand.
So then he was talking about like sleeping with girls and how is he going to do that? And I was trying to give him
Imagine getting advice on sleeping with other girls from your now newly ex-partner who wasn't even sleeping with you.
advice on like how to sleep with girls or like know when a girl wants to and all those
Oh
things.
my god, that is
And
so...
it was
Dude, he's a guy and he's been with somebody. Like, it's not that hard to know like when somebody wants to sleep with you. Like, especially when you go out and like you're going to like the party scene, a lot of people are, they're sleeping with each other, which is fine, but it's not that hard to get laid in those areas.
the funniest, weirdest conversation.
Not that I was even trying to get any, but she was telling me like, hey, I think you should sleep with someone. Like, what?
Yeah, and that's based from guilt. Like, there's no other way to spin it. Like, why would she say, hey, I think you need to sleep with someone based after a breakup? Or maybe he just needed to get away on a vacation, but like trying to get him to sleep with someone. I'm telling you, man, the only thing that makes sense is her trying to get him to sleep with somebody else is because she had guilt because she did something. And did she sleep with someone? Who knows? But she still was cuddling up to another dude.
First of all, I wouldn't even know how to go
I just
about
think
that.
like, I don't know, guys, I feel like they just like need that. Like Oscar and I
my
haven't slept
God.
together in some time.
No. So because of the breakup, you're just like, Oscar, go sleep with another girl. You'll be fine. How rude is that? Thinking that going to sleep with a stripper or somebody at the club or whatever is going to fix the situation or try to make it better. Like, that's a messed up mentality to think that, you can just sleep with someone, Oscar, and then you'll be fine. Like, no, Kira, no.
It's been like a month, yeah. Like
2 months.
Oh, by the way, Kira was super offended that Oscar didn't even realize how long it's been.
Almost.
She counting. He ain't.
Yeah,
That's telling.
it's gonna be there. What
It was like the beginning of November.
Dude, that's too TMI. Anywho.
TMI, but they're telling us about how she was trying to get Oscar to sleep with other women.
She was telling me you need to get with somebody. I was like, I wouldn't even know how to go about that, and she just started giving me tips. Anyways,
The fact that she's giving him advice and tips is just like, what? She's a narcissist. She was disregarding him and putting him on sleep with other women, so she isn't seen as the bad guy. Yeah, I agree.
oh my god.
Yeah, it's all too much TMI, to be honest.
So that's where my ring went.
Yep.
And I get to keep the ring because a ring is a gift, and if he thinks he could take it away from me, he would be
I don't
without a
I
penis.
actually hope you keep it.
She said he would be without a penis. She would chop off his penis if he took the ring back, even though by the rules of like engagement, he would get the ring back. And then there's a clip that I posted on my channel like a few months ago, I believe, where Kira is mentioning that if she ever broke it off with Oscar, and I think this was from a few years ago, but if she ever broke it off with Oscar, that she would still get the ring. But why? Why? And she's like, not that it means anything to you, I just like it. I'm like, isn't it supposed to mean something to him? Like, that's a ring that he bought for you, so you guys can get married. What do you mean it doesn't mean anything to him? The things she says, it's insane. My dogs are barking, sorry.
Until
Her personality is all over the place, and why is she invested in him sleeping with someone when my ex and I split after 4 years? The last thing I want to know was if he was sleeping with others. Right? That's what I'm saying, especially because like I don't know if you had children, but like she has 4 children with Oscar. Like, you think that would hurt her knowing he's sleeping with other women, even if things didn't work out, you know what I mean? It's because she was completely checked out. She didn't care. She just wanted out, and she was trying to, not be seen as the bad guy and to help her guilt trip she had going on, you can ask for the ring back. There are court cases on that. Yeah. Well, Oscar should get that ring back.
Yeah, one of the kids. I think you give it to your son.
No, I don't want any of the kids to wear the ring or give the ring because
Oh yeah, this is good too.
I think that's bad luck because we didn't
Well, we
work.
never got married. Hey.
It still is bad luck. So no, I'm not letting them give it to anybody. But I would like them to just at least like see it or have it or decide what they want to do with it.
So she is going to give it to the kids. She says she didn't because it has like bad juju or whatever, because they didn't work out, but then still wants the ring for her children, even though it has bad juju, and then they can decide what they want to do with it. Like, she makes no sense, man. I just think she wants the ring because she just doesn't want to give it back to Oscar. She wants to be controlling and selfish. I also think that she said that because of the guilt, but also she could throw that in his face anytime he said something about her cheating or whatnot. That's true. That's true. That I agree with that. That way she has something, ammunition in an argument. 100% agree with that. She was only saying that so she can keep the ring. Yep.
Like a family heirloom.
A family heirloom. Yeah. Oh boy. These two, man.
Get into 4 pieces.
Yeah, that's smart.
What happens if I have a 5th kid though?
Well,
I thought you had problems with having kids, or like your last kid was a miracle baby and you were having issues like a high-risk pregnancy because of your scar tissue damage. Which, by the way, I think I cut this out of the video. I don't know why I cut it out of the video. But in my other one, not this one, the last live I just did today, she literally like was someone asked a question about having a kid. I can't even remember if I answered it or not. Let's just answer it here. But she's like saying that she's not having a kid, right? She would love to have a kid. Like she was like, absolutely, but just not right now, not for a while. I'm like, I thought you couldn't. I thought you were having a problem with your last baby. I thought you were high risk. Why is it that I'm getting like Karen Swan vibes now? Before I like really believed Kira, but the fact that she's like completely ignoring the high risk pregnancy stuff is like, bro, were you lying? You know what I mean? Were you lying? I mean, she did make a video. She didn't milk it like Karen, but still, it's just super sus. I didn't think she was, but she just won't shut up with this crap. Like what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She says he wants more kids later, but not right now. But I thought she said she was having issues, and I thought she said it was a risk to herself and the baby. I don't get it.
Hey, that's your new person's problem, not mine, dude. For real.
That's your new person's problem. Now, is he just joking around, or is there a new person? Guess we'll never know.
But yeah, that's where we're at. Vlogs are probably gonna be, like I said, like probably the same for a little bit. We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know, guys. We're just like here, just living our best lives.
Dude, we're just 2 friends living in the same house with 4 kids. What could go wrong?
Many things, and it did. Everything went wrong. So much so you don't live in the same house anymore, and then you guys can't even be in the same room. Talk about being best friends, but you're not. Everything that went wrong did, like literally. Apparently anger issues too. So nothing went good for you guys. Dude, new person problem. What a telling comment, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so is it like another one of those you're telling on yourself without telling on yourself situations? Because it's like, are you just joking? Be like, oh, well, if you have a baby with someone else, that's their problem. Like, could be saying that, or you could just be saying that she's with somebody now. Who knows?
Right?
Oh God, everything.
Yeah, I guess a lot of things, but
I'm sure you guys have a million questions, so leave your questions. Whoa. Leave your questions down below. We'll probably do a Q&A because why not? Why not?
Monetization.
Yeah, that is what it is. So
everybody in our lives thinks we're nuts.
We are nuts, dude. We've been nuts since day 1.
I think that they think you're nuts because you wanted to stay in the house after breaking up your toxic relationship, but staying in the same house doesn't take away the toxicity. Like you two literally have to be separated from each other in order for that toxicity to go away.
Day 1. The minute I met you, I should have been like, oh my God, say no to this girl. She's way too much right now.
He ain't lying.
But yeah, that's what's going on.
Right person, wrong time.
Right person, wrong time. How does that make any sense, Kira, when you said that, you thought that Oscar was only supposed to be your best friend, but now you're saying right person, wrong time. So when would Oscar be the right time for you? You know what I mean? When would Oscar be the right time? That comment makes no sense at all. Like literally no sense.
Maybe.
What's the wrong time forever? Don't get your hopes up.
So that right there was really messed up because she says, don't get your hopes up. It's the wrong time forever, which means that like there was some sort of like clinging on the hope for him. But it's just like, it's a really like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like a passive aggressive jab, Yeah, right person, wrong time for 7 years. That's what I'm saying, Cold. For 7 years, right person, wrong time. It would just be wrong person, period. Like you can be with somebody that could be the wrong person for you, and that could be for a while, but like, damn, but then you just realize that they're the wrong person for you in not even a year's time. No. She begged for a proposal. Don't say that it's the wrong time when you're begging for proposals, bro. No.
Oh my god. The fact, confidence, I love it. The fact that you think after everything you put me through, I would be like,
me put you through, I've done.
Yeah, I do think that Kira thought that Oscar was gonna beg, but to be honest, he's kind of like flourishing more than she is.
Nothing. Like besides some attitude here and there. And comforting another guy because he was sad.
oh, there it is.
See that? That made Oscar very angry, and this is where he wants to shut it off. But comforting another guy because he was sad. But Oscar said earlier that she was comforting another guy because of resentment towards him. So which is it? Is it because the guy was sad, or was it because Kira was sad? We're getting two conflicting stories here. So I'm thinking that she cheated. That's just what it comes down to. I don't know. She seems like she's going to be a train wreck no matter what or who she's with, because she's the issue. Very immature. I agree to that completely. I don't know why Preston would want to play stepdaddy to 4 kids at 23. I feel like he's using her for money. The only way to keep him around would be to hold a baby over his head. She's going to trap him. Maybe, right? I mean, I thought that, well, she can't get pregnant because she said she couldn't because it's a harm to her and the baby, but she doesn't. She's completely ignoring it. So wouldn't shock me if that was the case at all.
I didn't even do anything.
I know.
This is comforting to Oscar.
Oh, shut the... But guys.
She said this is comforting to Oscar. I think she meant just cheating. Yeah, if Oscar dictates cheating, like if that's what defines cheating for him is you cuddling up to another guy, then that's cheating. You are no one to dictate what cheating is. Nobody. Just like he can't do the same to you, Kira. If you say you can't do this because this is cheating, then he has to respect that, right? Well, same goes for you. If he considers that cheating, then that's cheating.
That was early on. Don't even get me started.
But one time, Oscar was talking to Hannah, and they were helping each other through emotional things. So is that weird?
Considering where things were going, and I never was really...
Oh, no, it's weird.
Okay, pause before we get into that. Oscar said, and this is one thing that kind of like I never got either. There are several things, but this is one of them, the bigger ones. He says that considering where things were going, what does that mean when he's texting Hannah about like stuff they were both going through? He said, considering where things were going, it could be weird. That's what he basically was saying. So was it like, were you, because of the breakup, like, were you talking to Hannah more and being a little more friendly? Like, I don't know. I will never know an answer to that. I just found that one weird.
I'm feeling weird about it all.
Never rubbed up on Hannah.
I never rubbed up on anybody.
Okay.
See right there, unresolved issues right there in your face. Kira did rub up on the guy. She just said she was up against somebody. She rubbed up on another guy, and Oscar thinks so too. So there it is. And again, Oscar says he didn't rub up on Hannah. So like, I don't know. I just kind of want to know the full context to what they were talking about him texting. Although I do find it hilarious that Oscar's not allowed to find it weird that she was leaning up against another guy. Like, that's not cheating. That can't be cheating, Oscar. But it's weird that Oscar was texting Hannah, a mutual friend, and they were just talking about, you know, like the problems that they were having. As far as we know, that's all that it was, right? Nothing else has come out. More has come out about her and Preston, so much more, and everything, whatever else about Kira. But nothing else has come out about like Oscar and Hannah texting. They could have just been friendly texting and just trying to, you know, help each other through things because, well, Preston and Kira are, you know, crap stains. So Hannah and Oscar helping each other because Preston and Kira were together, right? That's what I'm saying too. Like, was that going on then? No wonder they were helping each other out. No wonder they were friendly. Was she talking about Preston while she was talking to Hannah? I don't know. I don't know the situation. It's so weird.
I'm gonna now though. How many guys?
Gross.
Do you think
Now
I
you
can
do.
rub up on?
As many as you want.
Why would she also kind of play it off as a joke? But why would you say that like right after you made him mad? Like, obviously he's pressed about that. Like, he doesn't like that you're talking about you leaning up against another guy. Like, it's weird. And then on top of that, like, you also trying to get him like to sleep with other women while he's also doesn't like the fact that you're leaning up against another guy, which means he doesn't like want to think about you being with somebody else or him wanting to be with somebody else. I don't know. It's super weird. What if Oscar cheated with Hannah and Kira cheated with Preston? That'd be mind blowing. I don't think that happened, but hey, you know, wouldn't surprise me if this got deeper. You know what I mean? All right. What does she expect when Hannah's fiance? I know. All right, guys. Well, I wasn't even supposed to do that live, but I'm gonna bounce. I gotta go stretch my legs and eat. I'm hungry, work out and stuff. But I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Thank you. I'll try to push out a video tomorrow. I'm gonna get these like thumbnails fixed for these streams. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.